What up, Nation? This is CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And today, we're going to go over some of these pitchers on DraftKings for Monday's July 29th, 2019 MLB slate. Looks like we have a 7-game slate. 7 is, of course, the Wise Tech Nation's favorite number, aside from 13, my own personal favorite. And we've got a few different pitchers right out the gate to look at. So this video is a little bit different, trying to give you guys some shorter content, some quicker hits. Don't forget to check us out at wisetape.com for more coverage, premium DFS community and content provider. We are offering a free week, which I'll get into towards the later part of the show. But in the meantime, for this particular show, we are going to talk about pitching. We've got Patrick Corbin, Caleb Smith, and Paddock all at the very, very top, all 10K or above on DraftKings. Corbin with a tougher matchup against Atlanta. Caleb Smith also with a pretty tough matchup, although he does have the favorable park against Arizona, who, while they have been striking out more in general, they are still very, very tough on lefties. And you got Chris Paddock, who seems like the more obvious choice, the safer choice, at home against Baltimore, much less threatening offense, and the game is in San Diego. From a cash game perspective, I do think Paddock would probably be the one that I'm the most comfortable with on FanDuel, of course. To get one pitcher, he's probably your cash game guy, although I'm not sure of his price over there. Coming down, looking at the next kind of tier, I guess this mid-range tier, Sonny Gray, of course, has been pitching awesome, but this is not a good park. Pittsburgh can be tough to strike out. A little skeptical about paying 9.4 for him. Keuchel against the Nationals. Ryu is doing decent, but if you notice, the strikeouts really weren't there, and part of that is probably because of Ryu just not having a ton of strikeouts lately in general. It's kind of been lacking, but also because Washington doesn't strike out a lot against lefties. Keller is 8,400. Need me to say anything else? He's been good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, from 6.6 to 8,400. Buy low, sell high, right? Although Toronto did trade Sogard, so that's kind of a blow. He doesn't strike out a lot, but 8,400 for Brad Keller. I don't think I could do it. Kelly, it's Miami. I think some people will give it a shot. I don't think I could do this. He's pitched well at times, but I don't believe he is a good pitcher. Therefore, there are certain, like, I'll play pitchers who aren't good pitchers sometimes when you have to. I play Ronaldo Lopez sometimes. I don't think he's a good pitcher. I think he's a decent pitcher. Kelly, I don't think is a very good pitcher right now. I'm not saying I don't know what this kid may have in the future, but right now I don't think he is. So even against Miami, I'm worried about 8,200. But I would not be surprised if he gets a lot of love in cash games. The guy that I think I would prefer is Barria. It's Detroit. They're at home in LA. We'll have to see. I'm assuming they're going to be some sort of opener. I think that's kind of been the deal with him. But 7.2 for Barria, throws a slider, has some strikeout stuff against the Tigers in the LA. Seems like a decent spot. So right now, I think my favorite two would be Paddock and Barria. We'll just kind of go make sure I'm not missing anyone. We've got cores on the slate, guys. So right out the gate, let's talk about this. Oh, I will say this. Lyle's coming off an awful, awful game. Patio Joe was right about that in his last start against the Cardinals. But, against Philly, he had a decent game. This is not a good park. 6,200, maybe that's the cheapest I go. But I think I prefer the Paddock Barria. And I think some people will even go like Paddock, maybe one of these other dudes instead of Paddock. But my point is I think some people are going to go to Cali because it's Miami. But Paddock Barria is what I like right now. Now, for offenses, there's a couple different ways we can go. Stacking cores, like doing a 5-man of the Dodgers that I want, is going to be pretty tough. And that's the only reason I even mention Lyles, is because if you're trying to stack the Dodgers and cores, it is tough. Like, see, Bellinger, Peterson, these are all guys you're going to want, right? Max Muncy, you're going to want him. As you can see, the money is running out, so that'll be tough. Maybe we could look into stacking the Angels and see if that'll save us. Obviously, Trout is expensive, so is Ohtani, but they're not cheap either. Okay, so Pujols is expensive. Not a lot of ways to go. So it's going to be tough to stack these obvious spots and get decent pitching, and that's the reason I was looking at Lyle, because I think if you want cores or some of those other, like, full stacks I'm talking, then you're going to need those guys. But yeah. Interesting. I guess do we look at San Diego? Do we look at San Diego against Baltimore just because they fit? Oh, man. By the way, guys, this is a different kind of show we are doing. We're going to try to do these for you during the week, Monday through Friday slates. Again, shorter videos, kind of more to the point. And don't forget to check us out at yslate.com for, bigger breakdowns. But, I guess the Padres, they're not that cheap. Franmil the GOAT, we love him, 4K. It's going to be tough to do full stacks. I do think in terms of like studs, Mike Trout is certainly a candidate. As you can see, that's going to limit the rest of your bats. But Mike Trout is a guy you may want to prioritize if you're not going to Coors. So maybe in tournaments we go to the Angels, because I do think the Coors will be very popular in tournaments. Man, seems like a really good spot for Charlie Blackmon, right? I can dig that. But as you can see, salary is going to be prohibitive. So maybe Paddock's ownership won't be as high as you think, because people do value Coors, and for good reason. It's been going off. Maybe we see people go with like Kelly Barria, and that'll allow them to get more players from this. But the Angels are becoming more and more interesting now that I think about it, because I feel like people that do try to save money are going to go to Coors with that money, and the Angels are pretty expensive too, so their ownership may be somewhat low, considering they're going up against Zimmerman. Granted, again, Coors has been really, really good, but anyway, I think as of right now, my favorite pitchers are Paddock and Barria. That combo for tournaments, I think. We'll dig into it more tomorrow over at yslate.com if you're subscribed. As far as the bats, the Angels are interesting. I'm not going to be able to do a 5-man that I want and get Paddock and Barria unless we get some crazy-ass value. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. But I kind of think, I know everybody's going to Coors. Kind of like the idea of the late-night hammer-ish team. Padres are kind of sneaky. But anyway, we'll have to see. All right, that's going to do it for my thoughts real quick on the slate. Just a quick first look, going over it with you guys together. Again, more of these are coming. Hopefully, we are changing. We are still doing a podcast. It's just we are doing a more generalized podcast where we talk about DFS, sports betting, sports in general, and just kind of have more fun and do it for the nation, really. And of course, we're still going to be grinding away with DFS. We're going to be banging these out, whether it's myself, Joey, Stevie, Paulie, whoever, Dan. We'll be banging these out for you Monday through Friday. Continue to give you guys our first look on these slates. That's going to do it for me, though, for myself, the entire White Take Nation. As always, almost forgot to tell you guys, free trial still going on to the end of the month. Maybe we extend it to August, but if you haven't checked us out at yslate.com, make sure you get over there, do that dirty, and take advantage of our free week. You sign up for the All Sports monthly package. If you cancel before the 7 days are up, you will never be charged. If you like what you see, which I think you will, you just rock with us. Your call. And also, we released our NFL package. Those of you that are ready for NFL, you get a discount. We are charging $149.99 for the NFL season, but you have until September 1st to purchase it for $99 after promo code. Promo code is over. It's on our Twitter. Actually, I probably should have looked at that. It's like Early Owl NFL or Early Owl NFL season. Something like that. It's on our Twitter. Go to @wise_take, our Twitter, and you'll see it up there. Or our Instagram, Facebook. Look us up. All right, guys. Good luck.
Yeah.